Go out to the airport again. The Spurs plane is not supposed to land for about another 20 minutes. Jason Wheeler is standing by. Jason, hi.
Vicki, I'm out here with Sarah Lucero. We are again waiting the Spurs arrival here, as you mentioned, a victorious arrival. This does not compare to any of the crowds that we have seen up to now.
Absolutely not. Vicki, you said it was intense. Intense is the word. There are thousands, literally thousands of people out here. If we just can pan the camera around for a second, it is about 50 feet to 100 feet deep worth of people here. There are about 5,000 to 6,000 people, right, Jason?
Yeah, and they just keep on arriving by the busload. I believe you're looking at a mass camera shot right now from our live truck. You can see over here, I don't know if Jason can get a shot of the water hoses that they're hosing people off with over there. They're trying to get this crowd cooled down a little bit out here because the crowd is actually a little too hot. In fact, we're told that a lot of people have been visiting the van for sick people out here. It's very hot out here, but these people are not letting anything deter them today. They want to welcome their Spurs home, and the Coyote just arrived here by helicopter just to get them riled up a little bit more.
He's up on the stage. He's trying to get people prepared for when the Spurs do arrive. They're scheduled to arrive at 3:30, just a few minutes from now. They were supposed to get here at 2:15, but they're running a little bit late. People are still very excited.
They have the Silver Dancers coming on stage here in just a moment to keep the crowd entertained. Basically, the Spurs are about 45 minutes late arriving home today. We're told that there was a tower problem. We don't know if that was the airport tower here that they were talking about or somewhere en route, but they said that they did have a tower problem. They wanted to be safe rather than sorry, of course. And we've seen something similar to this either during the LA or Portland series when they were
a little bit late getting home.
They were due home and they had to come back the next day. That was because of a mechanical problem.
Back then, some of the fans actually left, but this time people have really stuck around and they're not going anywhere. These people have been here since before noon today.
Absolutely.
And they said they got here early. They got their spot. A lot of them are right in the front here. By the busloads, they've been coming, and buses actually are still arriving from Blossom Athletic Center. 15 to 20 buses that have been hauling fans here to the Fedex ramp right behind the airport off of Wetmore Road.
Now, when the Spurs get here in just a few moments, of course, we will stay live with this until they do get here. They're supposed to be going up on stage and addressing the crowd here. They will have the trophy with them, and Tim Duncan will have his MVP trophy, of course, as well. They will not have the rings, though. I'm told that the rings will actually have to be made still, so they won't actually get those until the beginning of next season. So don't look for the rings on their fingers today, but they will definitely have that trophy. And as you can see, they've set up kind of a mock trophy here behind the stage, made out of mylar or something, and that is certainly a nice little background to have here. Kind of a big reminder that the champions are in town here.
A little bit of history behind that trophy that they brought. The guy that actually made it said he used it for the World Cup opening ceremony, so he sort of dressed it up a little, added to it,
wow.
And it looks just like the Larry O'Brien trophy, and it is the perfect backdrop.
It's beautiful, and it actually fell down a little while ago. Let's hope that it stays up for everything. The weather out here has been kind of crazy today. It's been very hot. People have been rained on out here. The wind has been coming in. But as you can see, the folks here have showed up in huge numbers, probably more than what they expected out here. But the police presence has been incredible out here.
That's right. Everybody's pretty well behaved here. You know, everybody behaved last night. They knew how to celebrate within the limits of the law. They had a great time, but nobody got in trouble. It seems to be about the same thing out here. Vicki, it's been a lot of fun. Jason and I have been here since about 1:30. We got here.
And it seems like we've been here all day. Vicki, what does the crowd look like to you out there? We can't actually see the shots that you're seeing from above and so forth. Pretty impressive, huh?
Jason, it's absolutely amazing. We expected a crowd at the airport. They show up every time the Spurs come home. It seems the Spurs come home winners every time.
Yeah,
but
this one's just amazing. I've never seen anything like this here.
When did they start arriving, Jason and Sarah? Do we know?
Well, I heard some people that got here as early as 11:30, but actually I was listening to the radio before that, and I heard people were starting to show up here. It must have been about 9:30 this morning. They were starting to come out.
I walked just behind the crowd here a little while ago and saw some picnic blankets out, people eating, they have their umbrellas out. Not enough people brought water, though, I think. We've seen quite a few people going in for dehydration and heat stroke and that sort of thing, but they're staying out here because they definitely want to make sure that they see the Spurs after they've gone through all of that trouble to come out here and see them. And I'm told by the marketing folks here with the Spurs, they say that with all, you can just imagine all of the things that the Spurs have been going through with all of this going on. They say that they didn't even get done with the media last night until about 2 o'clock in the morning. And then they had some light celebrations, as you can imagine, there in New York. But they say the one thing that's been on the players' mind the whole way is this trip home. They're anticipating the crowd here. I think they'll be impressed by what they see.
I wonder if they realize just how many people are actually out here.
I don't think even they know.
Ricky, we can't see the end of this crowd of people. There's just so many people out here. People with banners, way to go Spurs. People are already donning their T-shirts, their championship T-shirts that many folks went to Foley's to buy last night.
Yeah, and they waited till 4 in the morning or so
to get them. But you know, the people out here are so excited. I've even run across a couple that have driven here from Tucson, Arizona, just to come greet the Spurs here at the Fedex ramp. They couldn't miss it.
Yeah, people are definitely turning out for this one. We're also told that the Spurs will arrive here by themselves. Some of their family members have already arrived. They came in on commercial planes and so forth a little bit ahead of time because they didn't want to steal any of the spotlight when the players actually start to get off the plane. They want it to be their show completely and have the spotlight completely on them, which, of course, Vicky, they deserve wholeheartedly.
Jason and Sarah, if you can, take us through what we expect when that plane finally lands, what we expect to see, and who we expect to hear from as far as the team is concerned. Do we know that?
Well, as far as we know, the plane is going to land at 3:30, as we've mentioned, and the players are going to deplane and head toward the stage up here, Vicky. There's supposed to be players' speeches going on as well. Probably Coach Popovich will be up on the stage as well. Preceding them, of course, as you've noticed, are the Silver Dancers and the Coyote, just here to rev up the crowd, get them all ready and excited.
And no doubt Peter Holt will want to talk as well if he still has any voice left. I was hearing him last night after the post-game ceremonies. He just sounded like he's about as hoarse as he can be. But I think that he'll probably find the ability to talk out here. We're told that the plane is supposed to pull up right here behind the big gold trophy and that the ramp will be brought up to them. They will actually deplane right there behind the trophy and then come straight up on stage. And you can imagine how crazy this crowd is going to get then. And I think that we're getting close to them arriving, at least somewhat close, because they're really riling up the crowd right now. The dancers are getting them going. Let's see what they're doing. I think they're going to run a chant here, so let's just listen to them for a minute, and I'll shut up, and we'll let them do their thing.
Only using 4 words. Go Spurs and number 1. That's it. 4 words.
This should be familiar.
Okay, here we go. When I say go, you say Spurs. Go. Go. When I say number, you say 1. Number. Number. Go. Number. Go. Number. Go. Number 1. Good job.
Okay, again, that was Go Spurs number 1, I think. I think I have that right. Now, one important note that we should mention for tomorrow. A lot of people have been thinking about this parade and the ceremonies that will go on tomorrow. We're told by Spurs management today that they are out of tickets for the Alamo Dome celebration that's going to be going on tomorrow night. If you haven't gotten your ticket already, there were folks lined up all day long today. If you haven't gotten your tickets already, they say that there are no tickets left. You might as well make plans just to go to the river parade, Vicky.
Jason, you bet, and we're going to have more information on that in a moment. But just a few minutes ago, you talked about the heat out there. We want to go back to that shot where they're actually spraying the water cannon on the crowds out there. Jason talked about the humidity, everybody going over to the vans that were set up with the water. Well, there's the fire truck and the water cannon, the firefighter on top. You can see him, everybody going over to where that water is coming out of that cannon, and you can bet they are appreciating that.
Oh, absolutely,
Thousands of
Vicky.
people out
We've
there.
seen several people passing out here, and we've seen people having some real problems with the heat, and they're just trying to make the best of it out here as far as the emergency crews go and so forth. They've been very stretched out here, though, to try to keep all these people taken care of. Again, a lot of folks, I think, showed up expecting the Spurs to arrive on time, and again, they're about 45 minutes to an hour late getting out here, so I don't think some people anticipated all of the heat that they were going to run into. I can tell you it sprinkled a little while ago, and it sure did feel good. Sarah's got some news for us.
Hey, we got to let you know that the Spurs have just landed. That's their TWA plane. If you just pan right over to that runway, it's heading about southward. The Spurs and the team and the coaches are on that plane. They're going to be taxiing over to this part of the airport.
They have arrived, and the folks out here are living La Vida Loca right now because I haven't seen them get this riled up. I don't even know if some of them realize that that is the plane, but they will before long, I'm sure. Word travels quickly out here. They're making the announcement.
Now we're in a good location here. The plane is going to be pulling up right in front of us. We're going to see the side view of the plane. We're going to see the players deplaning.
If we could zoom in on the plane right now, as you can see, the Coyote is helping to bring them in. That's kind of scary in a way. but they should be here in just a moment. We're told that the stairs will be pushed over to the plane and that the players will be stepping right off and addressing the crowds. No worry about baggage and that sort of thing. They're just going to come straight out and let somebody else handle it.
That's all been taken care of.
When you're the champion, your bags are taken care of before you get to the airport, you know?
Now, they are going to bring the trophy out, right? They're going to bring the trophy out. They're going to put it on the stage. Hopefully we're going to get to see that too. The Larry O'Brien trophy belongs to the San Antonio Spurs for 1999. It's been an incredible year. You know, it started off kind of a slow season. We didn't know they were going to do so well. They turned it around.
It sure is great to see what they've done, though, and the folks out here are certainly appreciative for what they've done. Seen a lot of people carrying their own homemade trophies. They have their own little mock-ups of the trophy itself. Some pretty good imitations, actually, in the crowd.
A lot of really good ones back there.
But it's nothing like the one that they're going to be putting on stage here in just a moment, and we should see that as soon as the plane lands here and they deplane. We should start seeing some players and the trophy itself out here. That is the plane, right?
Hey, Jason and Sarah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
What's really amazing is that these fans celebrated way into the night last night. We're talking 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. They're not showing any signs of fatigue out there.
Vicki, I think this is an all weekend long kind of party for San Antonio, and as you know, San Antonians are good at that. We can
just like
hang
Fiesta.
for a long time.
Yeah, a lot of folks.
I wouldn't doubt a lot of these people have been up, have not gone to bed since 5 o'clock in the morning, came straight here.
I talked to some folks who said they stayed up almost till 3 or 4 in the morning getting their T-shirts. Then they went to sleep for maybe an hour or so. Then got up again this morning to go stand in line to get tickets to tomorrow night's celebration. And then here they are again right now. I think a lot of these folks are running on adrenaline, but then again, they've waited more than 2 decades
That's right.
to see this. So
That's right.
it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Actually, maybe somebody was telling me today, maybe there'll be a twice-in-a-lifetime thing come next year. They're already looking forward to next year.
And Jason, you said they won't have their championship rings with them, but they do have the trophy.
Yes, they do have the trophy. The rings will have to be made. The Spurs will have to arrange for that. I'm told that the NBA, as you can imagine, is very particular about what goes into those rings and exactly what kind of quality they have to be and so forth. So they'll be trying to find a manufacturer to take care of that, and they say that they'll make that presentation at the beginning of the next season. So the Spurs will have to wait a little while to get those actual rings on their finger, but I guess they can go back to the office and look at that trophy every day if they need any reminder. But then again, I don't think they're going to need a reminder in this town.
Oh, not at all. I think, we've seen the Spurs flags just about everywhere. Ever since the Spurs did make it to the finals, they're going to remind the players, I'm sure, for a long time to come.
And Sarah, we saw the buses coming just a short time ago, so it looks like the fans are still arriving, even though the plane's already there.
I don't see them going away anytime soon,
They are,
actually.
Vicki. If they can make the party last longer here at the airport, believe me, I'm sure they will somehow. And they have been coming over from Blossom Athletic Center since 11:30 this morning. That's when the first buses left and headed out here to the Fedex ramp. And like you said, they're still coming, apparently.
A lot of folks drove out here, too. They were supposed to be taking Via, but I saw the cars parking all around here. And I can tell you that they are definitely giving San Antonio quite a name out here. There's media from all over the country here, national media, helicopters trailing the plane in. This is a big story all over the place, not just here in San Antonio.
Well, it's the exposure that the Spurs deserve. It's long overdue. Kudos to this team that has won game after game, as you said, after coming 6 and 8. Do you think the pilot in that plane is pretty excited right now?
This is probably the best homecoming he's ever seen. The pilots, I guess, feel a little underappreciated sometimes. They have one of those thankless jobs, but this has to be sort of exciting even for the crew there on that Northwest jet
I
right
bet
now.
they didn't even imagine there would be this many people out here. The people, it's hard to believe, but they are getting even more excited than they were 10 minutes ago.
I think that they're screaming until they're red in the face out here. Monique Bordelon, one of our reporters, just walked up and gave us some information that officially they have already treated 500 people for exposure to the heat out here. So that's just the people who have been treated for heat. So that gives you an idea then of the number of people who are out here. If you have 500 people being treated for heat exposure, that's pretty serious stuff.
It actually feels pretty humid, too. I think it was supposed to get into the 90s, so these people have been here for hours and hours and hours.
And we're looking at an above-ground view of that Northwest plane right now. We can see the Coyote waiting for the door to open and the stairs to come down.
And Queen is playing, of course. We are the champions right now, and these folks out here are singing along with it. Some of nothing better than others. But they're having a great time singing along the chant, and we'll probably hear a lot of this song for the next year or so here.
Now, Jason,
while we're still on top.
I don't think we're going to get tired of it.
No.
When we came home, guys, when we came home Western Conference champions, they actually had a platform to go up and speak to the crowd on.
Yeah.
They going to use that platform again today?
Yeah, they've got a bigger platform today. In fact, it's an entire 18-wheeler flatbed, and they're going to get up on that and speak, and they have some real speakers this time. Last time, I think they had a couple of little 6-inch woofers or something up there.
Oh, and then I'm sure, throughout the playoffs, they've been trying to withhold or hold back on their enthusiasm. They didn't want to celebrate too soon. They
Which
wanted
was
to
smart.
wait until the very end. So I bet we're going to see that new Tim Duncan that we saw after they won the championship last night. He was just an entirely different person, showing a lot of emotion. David Robinson, a lot of emotion.
It was nice to see.
Finally, yeah.
And
really
they can
nice to
take
see.
those game faces off now. You're absolutely right.
But Vicky, we were commenting on this morning on the morning show, and it's so interesting that you still didn't hear them talking trash, even though they had won it all. They had beat the critics. The critics called them soft, said they couldn't win it, said they didn't have the heart to win it. They did it, and they are about to step off the plane right now.
The door is opening. We're about to see the first
door
of
has
the
opened.
team emerge from the Northwest Airlines plane.
There's somebody. I think that's a stewardess right there. Boy, imagine that plane ride. That had to be pretty fun. It's a 3.5-hour plane ride. How much can you anticipate in 3.5 hours,
They've been celebrating since last night. As you said, it's not going to stop.
I bet they haven't slept either.
Yeah, they've got to be on cloud 9 right now. I doubt that any of this is sinking in for them right. Look at that trophy. Look at that trophy.
There's the trophy!
It's even prettier when you see it up close.
Avery Johnson is holding that trophy, holding it up high.
Wow. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful to see? Crowd out here is just loving this too. You can see the players deplaning right now. They will make their way over to the podium where they will speak to this crowd out here. I don't know what they can possibly say to top what they've done. Words are kind of anticlimactic right now. They should just walk around with that trophy, I think. Let's listen to the folks out here.
There's Coach Popovich now, Tim Duncan in front of him, rolling on that video camcorder, capturing this moment as if he's going to need a reminder on tape of what he's experiencing today.
Hey, Vicky.
Yes, Jason.
Can you see Tim Duncan taking home video of all this as it's going on? That's actually a very smart idea of him, because you know that they're probably, as I said, none of this is sinking in for them probably. They're just on such a high cloud right now. You can imagine that he's probably going to be viewing that videotape later and seeing a lot of things that he didn't realize.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here comes David.
David Robinson.
Hey, San Antonio! Boy, it's good to be home. I saw y'all on TV partying, and we were up in New York taking care of our business. This is for you guys. You guys have been there with us the whole time. You deserve this championship, San Antonio. You deserve this. Congratulations.
San Antonio! Yeah! We are just so excited. This is unbelievable. My heart is beating 1,000 times a minute. And we just want to thank each and every one of you. You, each and every one of you, everybody. We love y'all. We love you. Thank you.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Hey, baby. I just want to thank you guys for our support. And it's just a pleasure playing with these guys and the coaching staff. And we got the best fans in the NBA, man. We love y'all and keep supporting us, baby. Spurs all the way. Go, Spurs, go. Pop.
Thank you all for coming out here. We got the greatest fans and the greatest group of guys in the world. And Taco Cabana! Yeah!
It's the happiest we've seen the coach in a long time.
San Antonio!
There's your MVP. And deservedly so.
MVP! MVP!
23 years old, second year in the league. Tim Duncan.
Every one of us are winners out here. We appreciate everything for us, all the support you've given us throughout this whole season. We love you all. This is for you, baby. It's for you.
Tim Duncan! I'm not talking.